Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my bi-weekly Thursday live. I am excited to be here and keep showing you guys features and things that are within the CRM, um, and how to manage and maintain things. Goodness, hold on. It's I had my YouTube open to make sure that it was live streaming, so that's kind of funny. There's a little feedback for a second, but I clicked out of that, so now we're all good. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is, if you're here and joining us, please feel free to let us know in the chat who you are, what your business is. This is geared towards our clients, but it's also just talking about the CRM and how to use features within it. So for those of you who are coming to us from other sources, teaching about the framework, that sort of thing. So if you're building things yourself, if you have questions that are marketing related, if they're CRM related, business related, I will do my best to answer them. So today I kind of wanted to go through a few things. One of the things that we've kind of been seeing and something that we're trying to do to really support you guys, uh, and help you guys get answers faster and like work through things, is that we offer, let me figure out what tab I need to be on. There we go. So if you work with us, hopefully you're familiar with us. This is our Front ROI website. And in there, there's a support button, and that's going to take you to our support portal. It is also available in the CRM as well. So down here on your little side panel, you're going to see where it says support. If you click that to open it, this is a support hub that we have built out to help better service people. We were getting phone calls, emails, text messages, and there wasn't really like a string of consciousness to help us manage things and maintain things. And so we created a support ticket system. So if you have issues that you can't fix or that sort of thing, or need help with, if you go up here and click submit support ticket, it's going to ask for your details, so your email. So let's just think it should ask for the name. If I don't, I'm logged in, so it might not. Your email. There we go. So when you enter your email, it's going to ask for your name, the subject. So just title it whatever. So like voicemail not working. We'll do my name. And then type of issues. So whether it's a question, an incident, a problem, or a feature request. So questions, general question, incident, problem. And then in your description, try and give as many details as possible. So this really helps us with our troubleshooting steps. So within that, basically, we're going to be going through step by step to try and figure out what's going on, how we can help, that sort of thing. So any details you can provide is super fantastic, and really only helps us help you get a resolution quicker. There's also an attachment button. So if you have screenshots of what's happening, let us know if it's in the mobile app, on the computer, that sort of thing. So anything you can do to add to that, please let us know. If we need to schedule a video conference to see what's going on, a phone call to talk through it. Otherwise, it gives us a support ticket. So we have like a ticket channel. And then within that, it also allows for any of our team to address the issue in a quicker manner. So some people were responding or emailing us to our individual emails. And if someone's out of town, like Brett is out of town right now, it just helps for a faster reply and us to be able to track problems. So if there's something that's coming up frequently, obviously going down the rabbit hole and figuring out why that is happening. So that's a little bit about the support ticket side of things. But if you're looking just to learn more or kind of understand more about the CRM and how it works. So, again, this is accessible from our website or from within the CRM. And what we have here, so we have a video library. Those are all going to be long form videos. I'm working on making short form videos. So some of these things are going to be clipped into smaller videos from these lives. And then I'm going to do additional resources as well. So if you click on watch trainings, you're going to see there's like very long, I mean, they're probably like 10+ minute long videos for some of these things. So there's a resource there. Oh, it's not going to show you. There we go. So when you click to open it, it opens up the instructional video library. So here's all the like walkthrough videos on how to do the things. And then if you prefer reading articles, some people are visual learners, some people like to read step by step. If you click on the prefer reading, it's going to open up the knowledge base. You can also get to that through the knowledge base here. So that's going to show you all the different, like if there's issues going on, try and type, like you can search and see. So let's see. Since we're on this track anyways, voicemail. So phone number settings explained if you're trying to update people and how that works. So like, let's just click on this one just for an example. So this is going to talk about how to access your phone number in the settings. So this has support articles for how to get there, naming your number, enabling call connect, whisper messages if you have those, call recording, timeout. We do try and do the setups for that so that they're optimized. But if something's happening, this is like a way to check. I think. I'll have to figure out where that one is. But there's definitely like some solutions based things too. So it's like home, that's your knowledge based solution. So this is like, again, if you're having problems, this is a really great place to start and see if there's anything in here that you can do on your own. Otherwise, if it's something we broke, we're happy to look into it. If it's something that you're trying to change and update yourself, we're happy to do that. There is an hourly fee if it's something outside of what we set up or outside of like a normal scope. But we're always happy to, figure out how we can best service you. And then back within that guide, so there's support and FAQ. So that's submitting a support ticket. And then Growth Lab Live, which is what this is every other Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And so time for the live Q&A, marketing tips, DIY tutorials. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing now since we don't have any current questions from people. So as we get questions, I'll answer them. But otherwise, I'm just going to kind of go through these and talk about where they are and how to do some of these things or how to find these things. So we're creating videos to go along with this. So I know last time we went over navigating the dashboard. So if you want to watch last week's episode, we navigated the dashboard. We also went over the unified inbox. I believe we went over adding a new contact, viewing contact history, which goes with the inbox. Notes and tasks, we did that too. I think we kind of went through a lot of the top items here. And so within that, let's go ahead. I think one of the biggest things I said I was going to do was to help with like some settings related items today. So we'll go ahead and go with that. You're going to laugh at me. So I'm going to pull this up, but you're going to laugh. I am going to add in a little preface here that, so last time my YouTube video got taken down because it said it was sharing data that it didn't want shared. So, or like that it was sharing customer data. So I'm going to go ahead and show YouTube and whoever else needs to see it this. So the data and info that we're going to be showing, it is not real. It's used for teaching purposes. So please don't disconnect my video again and make me get it reapproved. And so hopefully YouTube can recognize that we're using demo data. It is not actual customer data. Pay attention to the names. And you'll be able to see very quickly that it is not real. So for example, we have Laura Croft, Donald Duck, Hermione Granger. All of them are obviously fake. So please let us post this YouTube. I know some of you are going to think I'm goofy, and it's totally fine. Let me just share how, make it so that it doesn't show a million screens as I'm clicking to just make sure we don't have comments. So out of the million screen view. So this is the CRM. I'm sure most of you are familiar with it and using it. So a few things that I kind of wanted to go through. Some of your sidebars may look a little bit different depending on what you have access to and what things you're using. So we kind of went through this top part, and there's a few things down here, but some of the like fastest or like things that are kind of easy to check or keep an eye on or learn from, reporting. So this is an interesting tab. So you can create some custom reports based on things that are happening within your CRM. We don't set that up for people, but there is, so like you can create it from a template. So if you know that you're looking for specific metrics, there's tons of things within here that creates a customized report. You can create your own report. And it's just good for tracking things and really getting a handle on your business. This is going to be the biggest one. So a lot of times when people are having phone issues, this is where we're going to go and start with the troubleshooting process. So it's called Call Report. And in here, it's going to show everything that happens with your phone number. This is a bad example because let's see, this year, they're going to let me. Yes, this year. It's going to be a pain in the butt just because I'm trying to show you this month. No, because there's none from this month. So I'm pretty sure I've used it since then. How far? Okay. So let me go through there. Let's see. Perfect. There's data. That's what I'm looking for. So within it, you're going to kind of see some metrics. So ringing, and then if it was answered, there's like busy signals. There's like a couple different filters. So it kind of tells you a little bit about what's going on. So that's incoming, and then outgoing. What's happening individually with those things, tells you your top call sources, if there's data on that. And then down here is one of the biggest things. So this lets you know, like you can sort it by incoming or outgoing. And then if they left a voicemail, there's going to be a little voicemail thing here with a little play button. And so you can listen to all your voicemails here. Another way to access voicemail. So I just went through this with another client. So there's 3 different areas to find voicemails. And so this is kind of the purpose of showing you this too. So voicemails, I don't have a good example in this account because I don't have any voicemails, but under conversations, so like Tommy Smith had a phone call. If he left a voicemail, this next tab down here would be a recording of that voicemail. You can also find it by going up here to voice calling up in the upper right-hand corner. And there's a voicemail tab. So if you have voicemails, there's ones that are assigned to you or your whole account. It'll list them all there. It keeps the history of those recordings. So you can scroll through and see all the voicemails and listen to them. And then again, going back into that reporting and that call report, and it's going to list them all there as well. So there's a couple different places to find voicemails if they don't make it into your voicemail inbox. And then down here is just a couple things to pay attention to. So obviously, we opened up that support portal. We also have a bulk text calculator. I can speak, I promise. So what does this do? So if you are sending out a bulk text, what does that mean? That you are sending out the same text message to multiple people at the same time. Generally, you're looking at a bigger messaging pool. And this is good to know just so that you know how much you're going to be paying. So there's a rate based on how many segments you send. And so we let that, you know what that is when it's onboarding, if it ever gets updated, which is very infrequent, but sometimes carriers change that. We do let you know. And so how you use this tool is you're going to say however many contacts you're sending it to. Let's say it's 1,000. And then you type in whatever your message is. Don't forget to include your opt-out message. Legal compliance requires you to. Anytime you are bulk texting, you must include the reply, stop to unsubscribe or stop to end, anything like that. They have to have a legally compliance way to opt out. So that's why it's really important for businesses to have phone numbers like these so that they are doing what they're supposed to do. So like, just FYI, if you use emojis or weird characters, it's going to change your encoding. So let me pull up an emoji really quick. So, because I just want to show you what that looks like, because it's going to change your segmentation. So we'll type out a message. Hello, this is Mallory. Join us for our weekly live every other Thursday at when and come with your questions. Need you next. Well, I'm still at one segment. I thought that was going to be longer. It's not. So you can do like a quick little text. Segments per contact is just one with what I have typed right now. Because you can do up to 160 characters. So let's see. There we go. We pushed it into 2. So that's 2 segments. So it tells you how many segments, the segment size, and how many characters you use. So this, I used a dash. So this is where it gets wonky. So I used a dash, and it makes it so that based on how I'm sending it, that dash costs me 7 characters of usage. And so there's wonky things like that. Adding in an emoji makes it so your segment sizes decrease significantly. So I went from 160 characters to 153 to 67 characters per segment. So this text message went from, if I take that out and that out, it is 1 segment. Adding in that dash makes it 2. Adding in the emoji makes it 3. So just something to be mindful of when you're sending out messages to people is that the more emojis, like as you can see, is going up as 2. So every emoji is counting as 2 characters. This is going to be the smallest segment size. And basically what a segment is, it's how tweets used to work back in the day. So you used to get a certain number of characters per tweet, and then it would, you'd have to use, a tweet chain. And so this kind of works that same way. It's going to send it all as 1 message, but, I know why. Another thing, stop to end. So playing around with things like that, it just lets you know what your costs are going to be up front. So if you're trying to track those sort of things or be mindful of your spend, you can play around with text here and see if taking out some words, rewriting things, how that affects how many segments you're going to be sending. So a very helpful tool if you're trying to be mindful of your marketing spend. So Back into the CRM, if we go to settings, so this is kind of like the home base that kind of everyone really needs to know. You're probably going to use it at some point. And that's totally fine. I'm hiding the chat stream because we don't need it, and apparently it blocks things. So the more you know. So within here, so one of the biggest things, we had a client who moved offices. So there's a lot of things that are tied directly to addresses, and it's pulling from this detail. So if anything ever updates about your business itself, if you go to settings in your business profile, you can make those changes here. So if your website domain changes, if your address changes, your time zone changes, if you move, all of those things can be updated. Here, you just update whatever it is, hit update, and it saves those details. So then if you have things that are being connected to that, so there's footers that have your business address that's being pulled in from these details, like triggers, automatically updated from this information. So this would set like your appointment confirmations. So if you do appointments through us, if it's like your business location, if it's like your business, it pulls from here. So good thing to know. My profile. This is going to be your personal profile, you as a user. So you can change your password in here. One of the biggest things, or some of the coolest like features, is to signature. So if you use emails or anything like that, you can enable a signature on all outgoing messages. So you can create an email signature. So if you want to treat it kind of like your regular inbox, and then have contact information, update profile. So now all my emails that I send are going to have that. You can connect your emails for two-way sync. You can set up two-factor calendar settings. So this is another important kind of area. So this is your calendar that's linked on the back end of your calendar. So it's going to be your conflict calendar and the one that pulls through to your personal calendar. So where everything shows on your personal calendar. So obviously it's my business one, my conflict calendar, also my business one. If you have multiple people that work for your business and you don't want them seeing what you title your personal details, toggle this on. I think it auto toggles anyways. Basically, you only see that it's like a time block off. It's like, it basically shows up as a grayed out block instead of saying, Mallory has a pedicure at 4 p.m., whatever. And then hit save. And then down here, you can set schedules. So this is actually one of the cool features that they recently added to the framework. And so you can actually have different schedules for different calendars. So if you have different appointment types or different days of the week that you do different services, or different seasons, like I have a school and their school tours throughout the school year run Monday through Friday, and during summer, they only run 2 days a week. So like you can create a schedule. So like if I hit it, so like we did like for them summer schedule. And within that, so you can see that now there's like office hours and summer schedule. And you just select whatever your availability is going to be during that time frame. And so you can check or uncheck. You can edit it here. So like, let's say we make it 9 a.m. So maybe these all need to be 9 to 5, right? Super easy peasy. Hit this copy button and copy it to whatever days it needs to apply to. So you don't need to update every single little thing. It makes it really nice. If you uncheck it, you're magically unavailable. You can also add date-specific hours if you want to. It should abide by your conflict calendar, but this is another way to manage things. So let's say like I'm going on vacation. So August 27th, I am going out of town, August 27th to 28th. It's going to ask when you're available. If you hit that trash can, you're not. So like I'm out of town. So I'm going to go ahead and add both of those in, trash that. And now on those 2 dates, I will not have any availability. So it's just another fail safe, just another way to manage things. And you can just hit update, and then it's going to update your schedule accordingly. And then you can assign it to specific calendars. So, like, I don't have calendars on here. I should make some so I can teach you guys things. Let me make a note before I forget. Demo. And so, yeah, if you had calendars, you would assign it to a calendar. You can change your time zone. So if there's specific things that apply to specific time zones. And then you can also do inbound call routing, which is really cool. So outside of your scheduled hours, it'll skip you. So if you have employees and you're really trying to be mindful of their time and boundaries, which we always try and abide by, of course. So let's just say they stop working at 5 p.m. If you do that, after hours, it's going to go to, it's going to ask what your call routing schedule is. So let's just say it's office hours. And then, so you have to pick one, which, so you set like an overall, and you can even name it like call routing. After that, it's going to go through the configuration and skip over you and go to whatever the other options are, whether that means it rings or it goes to voicemail, whatever that looks like. So that's using and updating your settings. You can also, so this is where it's a little bit different. So there's a location here, but you can also do it under My Staff. So notifications, how do you want to be communicated with? So if you're not an admin, you can choose how you want to be notified with communications. If you are an admin, you can update everyone's. If you're not an admin, you can only update yours. Those can also be managed under My Staff. So we'll go to that next, and then we'll go back to billing, because I think that one's really important too. So right now, what does in-app notifications mean? They come in through your application on your phone, Lead Connector, and here. So notifications. This is all of my running list of notifications. I get a lot. And so that's where it's going to come in on the computer. If you do it on your phone, it pops up under... So there's like a little bell, notifications up in the corner, same thing, going to give you a running list. Adding in the notifications on your phone, you can also change the app settings so that it pushes through as a push notification. So how all your app alerts come up on your home screen, highly recommend that for certain tasks, so that it stays top of mind. I pay way more attention to what happens on my phone than a lot of other things. So for me, that's like a godsend. And then if there's more pertinent things that you want more immediate notifications for, you can also select email. It's going to let you know that you received a new message. You can also get text messages. So it's like, hey, you have a new conversation, you have a new task, however you want to receive notifications for these things. And then you just save your preference. And then if you're a manager or you have admin level access, these are also managed under My Staff. So one of the biggest things, or one of the most common questions we tend to get is, hey, someone left or we hired someone, and how do we manage them? So I'm going to show you how to add a user and how to remove a user. So super easy. My Staff. You can see your full list here once you have it. Ignore that my phone number's on there. We're gonna not dox myself, even though you can come back and rewatch that. Please don't. And so within that, we're gonna, what should we name? I think we already did a Sally. It's fine. We'll do Sally May. And then Miss Sally May's email, we're going to do ours because I know it's valid. Phone number. So this is the basics of what you need to get someone started, but you can also go through all the steps. That's the very minimum you need. And if you were to hit next, and save. It's gonna, okay, it's not gonna like it because we already have someone in our agency with that email, which it does. Then it's going to save and it's going to send them a login link. You can change their admin role. So are they a user, which only lets them see certain things, or an admin? And through there, you can go through item by item and select what you want them to be able to have access to. So if there's certain things that you don't want them to be able to do, like view and manage payments, record payments, view and manage payment invoices, or like payment settings. So maybe they're allowed to view and manage payments, but you don't want them changing the settings, that sort of thing. You can add, save, whatever. If you have someone who ever forgets their password, 2 ways to do that. The easiest way is for them to go to the homepage. So if we go to, I'm logged in and I don't want to log out. Bad example. If you go to app.frontroi.com, on the login screen, there's a button that says forgot password. Click that, has you reset your password. So that can be done at any time. Otherwise, there's advanced settings and you can set whatever you want your password to be. It's not showing you anyways. So it's going to tell you what you need. I did a simple. Oh, funny. It does not like me. Okay, there we go. Now, for whatever reason, it likes me. So then if you hit next and then save, that's what their new password is going to be. Again, they can always, don't want to save that, update it at any time. So you have a team member, I guess, let me see if I can, Out Front. I think that's one of our real emails. Perfect. Yay. We created someone. So now they're going to pop up in here. You're going to see their details. If they ever need to edit their information, you can edit it yourself. They can edit it. Otherwise, someone got fired. Cool. Or they left. You can delete. It's going to ask you to confirm. You have to type it in all capitals because it is Vicky. And now Sally Mae is gone. So now she